Hi, in this video, I'm going to be doing a recap over semester 1 of graduate school. So stick around, let's get right into it. Hey guys, so just a few things I want to touch on today. I've got my little sticky note with some notes here. So I want to talk about semester 1, what that looked like as a non-traditional adult student going back to college, going back to graduate school, and taking some classes. So the first semester was 2 classes long. The nice thing is about the format that I have here, it is 1 class at a time. All the class times, the meeting times are on weekends, so Friday nights, Saturdays, and Sundays. But like I say, 1 class at a time, very cool, works out for my schedule. I had a class on teams and motivation, and then I had a statistics course, design and evaluation. So we'll jump right into it. The first class, the teams class. A lot of sitting around having discussion, talking about ideas and concept out of the book, but also applying them and relating them to real life experiences. One of the cool things that I had to do in this class was write a journal entry every week, tying it back to something in the text, in the course, and then relating it to real world experiences. Working in a corporate environment when I was going through this, very easy to get topics and things to talk about, things to discuss. Funny thing about that is you realize how messed up things are where you work. You look at academic research and the right way to do things, and then you realize what you have going on, what you deal with every day is not ideal. There's lots of room for improvement, lots of things that can be changed. Sad thing is, if you're not in a position of leadership, if you're not in those VPs, directors, that kind of that level, a lot of times you can't do anything to change it. But going through this was a very eye-opening experience. Another thing I wanted to touch on with the classes, very small. We have anywhere from 8 to 10, maybe up to 12 people, just depending on the course. There was a great divide in this first class. There was the younger crowd, which is like the early to mid-20s crowd. And then you had the older crowd, which myself, I was the oldest one in the class, but I kind of fell in line with the older students and the parents. So it was kind of nice. You had somebody to relate to. We had group project work. A lot of us, we don't even get started till 9, 10, sometimes 11 o'clock at night because you have responsibilities during the day, you have children to take care of in the evening, and then you can focus on your studies. So it was kind of nice having those people that went through or are going through the same thing that you are, and you can kind of put those things together and, come out with a good outcome. So that was pretty cool. The other thing I wanted to touch on was paper writing. So I don't know if you've seen my other video, my intro video. I do have another master's degree, but it is very technical in nature, and I did not do a whole lot of academic writing in that course. Kind of one of the reasons I went back to do this program. So 2 papers I had to write throughout the semester. The first one, I thought it went really well. Turns out it wasn't as good as I thought. But I got a lot of great feedback, things I can change, things I can work on. Fast forward to the stats course, I had to write another paper. This one was a lot more data driven. I had to compile data, I had to use a software program to analyze data, put things together, and write a paper with hypothesis, research questions. It turned out really well. There was still obviously a lot to work on, a lot of good edits, a lot of notes came out of that. And I'm assuming that the next one I do is going to be that much better. So it's been a while since I've written, since I've had to do that kind of thing. So I've had to relearn, kind of teach myself the APA format again, all the intricate things, the way you do headers, that you don't do bullets, that you have a running head, all those little things I've had to learn. But putting it all together, I would say overall, it's been a great experience. I was definitely nervous going into this. It had been a while since I've going and having classes and not knowing anybody. It's always a little nerve-wracking for me, but everyone's been great. Classmates have been really good to work with. Professors have been great so far. And it's kind of the tradition or the format of the class, if you will, is for non-traditional students. That's why there's the weekend format, so they understand that we're all working and there's a lot of work, a lot of things to do, but the expectations are not quite the same as if you're an undergrad and they don't really care what happens. So anyway, that's just a quick recap of semester one. Again, I think it turned out really well, learned a lot of things. I'm excited about the next semester that will be starting soon. I hope you enjoyed this. As I said, a lot of this is just for my documentation purposes, but I'm hoping that somebody else gets some usefulness out of this, maybe something that's helpful for them as well. Definitely comment below. Let's have a conversation. Let's open things up. We can help each other out. And as always, thanks again.